If you're looking for the best way to keep your brand new Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra super thin, but add some protection to it, you're going to like the case that I've got here for you. This is the 600D Aramid fiber case by Thinborne, and I actually think that it's one of the best minimalist cases that I've tested for the Fold 8 Ultra so far. So in this video, I'm going to go through everything that you need to know about this case. We're going to see how it fits, how it feels, how well the Magsafe works with this case. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be doing some testing for some extra protection that this case actually comes with. And if you guys do decide to pick up this case yourself, make sure you use my link in the video description so you can save 15% off your purchase. And full disclosure, I do want to let you know that Thinborne did send these out to me just so I could do this review. I'm not being paid, they just simply wanted me to give you my honest opinion. So let's get into it. So first off, all of Thinborne's cases come in these really nice wooden carbon fiber looking wrapped boxes. And I'm definitely not saying that the package is everything, but presentation definitely does mean something to me. Inside the box here, we've got the back cover of the case. You can see that this is Aramid fiber through and through. It's not just a cover. It also feels really nice. This case is super thin, and they've also managed to get a Magsafe ring on the back as well. Now, in past Thinborne cases, they've actually made the camera bump here a full Aramid fiber piece, but this year, they've actually upgraded it and they put a metal ring around the camera bump. Looks a lot more premium and it feels really good too. Now, Thinborne cases also come with a front cover, which most of the minimalist Aramid fiber cases do not come with. I'm not sure why, but Thinborne definitely does give you the full case. They also give you some more stickers just in case you need them. And it also comes with a tempered glass screen protector that we will be doing a drop and a scratch test to see how durable that is later on in the video. So the first thing we need to do for this case is to remove all the stickers on the back and the front cover. So I've taken off all the stickers for the back and the front cover, and you want to also make sure that the front glass on your phone is also clean before you put on the front piece. I've already done that, so I'm just going to kind of clip this over the top here. Then you want to kind of press down on the edges to make sure that the stickers are down in place here. And we'll put on our back cover. Also snaps into place. And also press down on the edge so you make sure all those stickers stay down too. And that looks really nice. I mean, it keeps the phone super slim, but it just looks so good. It feels really nice in the hand as well. Of course, there is no hinge cover on the edge here, but as far as the sides here, it does have a slight bit of a grip to it, which it feels really nice in the hand. If we take a look at the side, you can see that we do have a slight raised edge around the front without the tempered glass screen protector, which we will be putting on in just a minute. Again, we've got a cutout on the side here for your buttons. Cutouts on the bottom for all your ports. And then on the back here, we've got that nice Aramid fiber feel. It's kind of got like a little bit of a grip, and it's kind of matte too, so it keeps down those fingerprints. And as far as our camera bump, you can see that it does slightly come over the edges of the camera lens there too, so that's nice. The inclusion of this metal ring, just again, it makes it look a little bit more premium, and I really do appreciate that. Now let's see how easy it is to open and close the phone. It does make the phone a little bit easier to open and close as well, which is nice. And let's see if it's moved any. And it seems to be staying in place, so that's definitely a plus as well. Take a look at the bottom there. Man, this case is so thin. That looks really nice. This also does come in a couple different colors as well, which I will show you in just a minute. I've got a blue and a red, and I think the red looks really nice as well. There's also a different pattern versus the black and the blue and the red. This one's got kind of like a 600D Aramid fiber look, and the other ones kind of have a little bit more like a chunkier weave to it. You'll see in just a minute what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at the Magsafe ring on the back here. This does have a full Magsafe ring, which is definitely a plus as well. That should help with wireless charging. And speaking of wireless charging, let's test that out. And for this, I'm using the Taurus Polar Circle, the 25 watt Qi 2.2 wireless charger. Put this on the back here, clips onto the back, charge your phone immediately. And as far as the hold, it's got a pretty good hold on the back. It's not the strongest, but it's definitely adequate enough to hold onto your phone without the phone falling off. And as far as charging goes, right now we're getting 11.8 watts and it's jumped up to 16.8. Now the max that the phone can actually charge at is 20 watts. So it seems like we're getting just under that 20 watts at the 16.8. Now Thinborne also says that using the wireless chargers that kind of stand up like this that do not use Magsafe might give you some mixed results, but I've got this one here that does do wireless fast charging. So it charges the phone immediately there. And then as far as the speed goes, or the wattage that we're getting, right now it's showing 5.4. Let's see what we can get it up to. And there it goes up to 14.3. So you might get mixed results using these standing chargers, but at least you saw here you can get almost 15 watts of wireless charging using this kind of device. So now let's install our tempered glass screen protector, and I'm going to use the front cover as a guide because it doesn't actually come with one and it should fit pretty much perfectly inside the screen. So the first thing you're going to need to do is to thoroughly clean off your screen with the included alcohol wipe, then dry it off. Then take your screen protector. It actually doesn't matter which way this goes on the phone because it's symmetrical on each side. So we're just going to peel off the protector and then place it inside the screen here. I'm going to push it all the way up to the top and then just kind of let it down. And you can run your finger down the middle here and it should adhere to your screen. So it seems like we have some bubbles here at the bottom and the sides. You can just kind of use your finger to get those out, or you can also use a credit card. You can see that we've got that bubble there and some on the side. So for the one in the middle here, I'm actually going to just lift up very carefully on the screen and try to get that out. All right, so it seems like I was able to get those bubbles out by using this plastic pick here. So let's take a look. So you can see that there is a slight gap on the top and the bottom, and it pretty much comes right up to the edge on the sides of the case here. As far as touch, feels nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone. There is no anti-reflective coating on here, as you can see. It also does cover your front camera, so we'll take a look at that. And as far as fingerprints, it does a pretty good job at rejecting fingerprints. No smudges. Looking good so far. As far as touch, seems to be working perfectly fine here. And you can see that the screen is crystal clear. Again, touch working without any issues. Very nice. Now let's take a look at the screen as if we were looking at it through polarized sunglasses. And as you can see, there's a slight rainbow effect if you look at it from an angle. You can see that there. But if you're looking at the screen pretty much the way that you're supposed to look at it, there aren't any rainbows. So that's definitely a plus as well. And then if we take a look at the side, you can see that the glass pretty much comes right up to the edge of the front of the phone. There's only a very, very slight raised edge now, but at least your phone screen is protected and the back is protected as well. This is definitely one of the nicer Aramid fiber cases that I've tested on the Fold 8 Ultra so far, and it actually does seem to stay in place. It seems to have pretty good wireless charging, and the edges here again stay in place because of those stickers. Now let's take a look at our camera here because the glass does cover the front of the phone and everything looks nice and clear. Don't see any issues there. And then as I mentioned before, here we have the blue Aramid fiber against the black here, and you can definitely see that the pattern is slightly different. Looks really nice. And then here it is in the red. Which one do you guys like better? I'm actually thinking that I prefer the red over the black this year. And you can clearly see the difference in the patterns, especially with the red now. Looks really nice. Definitely stands out. And then let's see how easy it is to take the case off the phone. So I'm going to start with the backing here. Comes off pretty cleanly. You can see that there are no stickers on the side or the back of the phone, which is nice. And let's take off the front. And the same thing with the front of the phone. It seems like the stickers are staying on the case and not on your phone. So that's pretty nice. And let's see how much the case actually weighs with the front and the back. 20.7 grams. So everything's looking great for this case so far. Now let's move on to the scratch and the drop test for our tempered glass screen protector. All right, so for our drop test, we're going to be dropping a 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 4 feet. If the screen protector doesn't crack, we'll move it up foot by foot until it eventually does. So here we go, 4 feet. 4 feet. So regular tempered glass starts to scratch at a Mohs hardness number 6, so we're going to start off our test with a number 5. Then we'll move on to a number 6, and then finally a number 7. And if we take a closer look at the glass here, you can see that there are no scratches at the number 5, there are slight at a number 6, and a little deeper at a number 7. So scratch resistance is standard for tempered glass. So installation wasn't horrible, but it could have fit a little better with a guide. It does seem to do a pretty good job at fingerprint rejection. It's nice and clear. There's also not a lot of rainbow when looking through polarized sunglasses. It didn't last past the 4-foot drop, and scratch resistance is standard for tempered glass. So I do like the fact that Thinborne stepped up their game this year a little bit by adding this metal camera ring. It just makes the case look a little bit more premium. I also do like the fact that they did include the tempered glass screen protector. Even though it didn't last past the 4-foot drop, it's still going to offer your phone some protection, which is better than nothing. I really love the way that this case looks and feels on the phone this year. It just keeps your phone super slim. And don't forget, if you guys want to pick this up, make sure you use my link in the video description so you guys can save some money during checkout. I'm also curious to know what you guys think about the case. What color is your favorite and why? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please let me know by hitting the like button and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.